This video will give you a general overview of CTView and how to use it, and the various parts and pieces of it that you will be using on a regular basis. To start out with, there are three sections to CTView that are of interest. There is the track view, which is this area, the header view, which contains the names of the tasks, and also buttons where you can manipulate what you're looking at and how the task view behaves. You have the navigation bar, which contains all of your buttons for playback and navigation throughout a recorded session. And you have the inspector view, which shows you graphs based on the performance of any given service at any given time. And let's get into some of those and see what they do. First thing, obviously, you want to do is press play whenever you play it back, and let's do that. Now it's moving pretty fast, but we're doing that just so that there's something showing on the screen that gives you an indication of motion. If you want to see the task view maximized, you come up here and you press this maximize track view button. So that will show us, in this case, we only have 13 tasks, so that will show all 13 of them. You can size the window greater or smaller, and of course the bigger you make your window, the more tasks you will be able to see. In the inspector view, we can maximize that by clicking this button that's on the nav bar. And as you can see, things are going on here. Now what we'll do is we'll reset this so that you can actually see more movement, simply because when the capture begins, all of your values are zeroed out, and they quickly become more stable. So you'll see the graphs move a lot at first, but the longer the capture is, the less you'll see them move, simply because the averages are becoming more normalized. And then, of course, in this view, that's all you see. And of course, this shows where you're at on the timeline. We're at 6 seconds, 900, and well, now 7. That's pretty much it. This gives you the name of the RTOS that you're looking at. We are not biased towards any RTOS, so we don't want to favor one over the other. So therefore, when we show this, we will be showing RTOS 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., instead of the actual RTOS names. So we don't want to favor anyone or make anyone mad out there that has an RTOS. We're simply meant to work with them, not against them, or favor any particular one of them. And that's pretty much it for the overview. You will be working with these areas mostly. Again, you can zoom in and zoom out. You can go into what we call alarm mode or timeline mode. You can show the connecting lines, or we call it the trace view. Now, see, at this point, you can't really tell what the actual sequence of execution is. Of course, I should slow it down a little bit so that you can kind of see what's going on. Maximize this so you can see what it's actually doing there. But when you turn these lines on, that gives you a trace. So if we zoom in at that point, you can see that those lines connect to every event that occurs at the time that it occurred in sequence. So you can actually trace what's happening across threads, which gives you a good idea of what's going on your target, and most likely a lot different than what you envisioned whenever you were writing your code. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and then we hope to do another video very soon.